Parker, he a technician. Like he ain't gonna say too much, but you can tell by the way he plays. Like he's very sound. Like when he first got here back in the spring, and I'm watching him, I was just like, man, oh yeah, this is gonna be some good work. Then I found out he was the #1 center and stuff like that. So I was like, hey, look at that blessing God done blessed me with. So getting to go against him every day and learn from him, and he's very like elusive and sneaky with his stuff. So I always got to make sure I'm on 10 toes when we go compete.
Speaking of offensive line, just what have you seen from Georgia's when you watch them on film?
You know, they're a tough team. It's it's like SEC play. We do what we need to do. We'll get the result we want. You know, execute coach's plan and play like we know we could play.
What stands out about their run game?
Stands out about our run game is, downhill. There ain't nobody trying to sidestep nobody. It's like SEC running. It's gonna be real tough. We just got to make sure we do what we need to do, follow coach's plan. Fit the right gaps out, good gap integrity, and we'll be successful.
As a defensive lineman, do you look forward to matchups like this whenever these are games that are really won in the trenches?
Definitely, because, everybody, the game won up front. So just treat this game like another one, just the next opponent.
Just being a home underdog motivate you guys at all?
I mean, that's just rat poison. Of course we hear it, but at the end of the day, we do what we need to do, we'll be just fine. But not necessarily bothers me because I don't really listen to it.
Tim, how do you think you guys have fit the run over 3 weeks?
Fit the run, of course. I feel like we did a pretty good job. Of course, there's always room for improvement, but just getting better with each game. This game being a game 4, but it's a big challenge. So see what we made.
What's the key to making those improvements in the run fit?
Just having good hand placement, doing our assignment, not trying to make too many plays or trying to do anything just spectacular. Just doing our assignment, and handling job 1.
I'm sure you noticed you had some time to look back at film over the bye week. Would you kind of notice, positives and negatives from yourself and your kind of just unit when you look back?
When we on one accord, it's hard to beat us. But when somebody not necessarily doing their job here or there, of course it's gonna be easy. But when we one band, one sound, we make some beautiful music.
What's been the message from the coaching staff this week heading into Georgia on Saturday? Same as the weeks in the past. Just go 1-0 every day, go 1-0 every play, go 1-0 every meeting. Just try to get better than you did yesterday.
Tyler mentioned he was building Legos in his free time over the bye week. How did you kind of get to spend some time off? Did you do anything fun?
Yeah, I went back home, went to go see little bro play. Spent some time with my fraternity brothers, you feel me? I got this nice new hairdo. Feel me? Make sure y'all get a good picture, get a good angle. So yeah, it's been real smooth. Got to spend some time with my folks. Seen my niece and my nephew, they came down from Huntsville. So it was just good family off time in Birmingham.
It's the first time in almost over a decade that Alabama's opened with a top 10 opponent in SEC play. Does that change anything to y'all's mindset with this game, or does that add anything to the matchup?
Nah, not at all. It's SEC play, and Bama's still the standard. So we're gonna try to go out there, not try, but we're gonna go out there and display it.
Last two.
Tim, it's no secret that Georgia's going to try to run the ball down y'all throats and try to force y'all to just try to tire y'all through the run game. Can you just talk about how important it is just up front, the trenches, setting that mentality early just to take away that threat in the run game and make Carson beat y'all through the air and stuff like that?
Well, it's to whom much is given, much is required. They said it's a challenge. They said they're going to run the ball, and we're going to do what we're going to do. We do what we do, we're going to be good. That's all I got to say about that one.
How would you assess your play through the first 3 games?
I'd say I played pretty well. Of course, I'm still just the first 3 games, but there's always room for improvement. I feel like I ain't even really scratched the surface of what I can be yet. It's just y'all just starting to see what I haven't been putting on. Last year was more like getting my feet wet, but this year is more of like showing I can dominate.
Thanks, man.